All right. I'm on one of the brand new Koh Hung. I'm going to pronounce that like 15 different ways, I'm sure. Koh Hung Resort holes that are for the Spring Major. This is the 2019 Spring Major. This is the second time around. This is the second year for majors. So look at the way that this hole's set up. Hey, there's a ridge, there's a hill right here. And so this area right here looks like this. It starts off down in this trough, and it comes up, and then it comes over and comes down to the green. So if you're hitting on this side of it, you're hitting on this side of the hill. This is the tee box side. So think about how your ball is going to bounce when it's over here. It's going to take a bigger bounce, right? And the higher up the hill you are and the steeper it is, the bigger that bounce is. So if you overhit, underhit, it'll change it big time. If you're on the other side and you're trying to hit over here so that the ball's coming in from this flight, it's going to have a shorter skip. And so if you put backspin on it, it's going to be like super effective on that unless you catch it. But if you catch it just the right spot coming down that hill, you can actually slide and, man, you can go for a ride. I'm going to try and go like on all of these par threes. My whole goal right off the bat is to try and get as close to the green as possible and take this trap. I consider this hill to be a trap, and I want to start off down here on the fringe. So if you have a Saturn and it has all of its backspin, you can start off down here at the bottom and you can go for it. If you've got a club that doesn't have all of its backspin, I'm still going to start on this face over here. But the higher up you are and the steeper it is, you'll the first time you get on this hole, or if you haven't, you came here, you can move from the bottom. Let me get that up just a little. You can move your ball guide from the bottom all the way to the top, and I mean it makes huge changes in the flight pattern. So like it hits right here, and then it makes huge changes. One of them is going to be high, one of them is going to be like this, one of them is going to be low, and it's going to make huge changes depending on where you're at on this hill. And I like hitting on this side of this type of hill. I want to be on the green side, and this is the tee box side. I want to be over here when I'm hitting it, and the closer you can get, the better. So any shot that you take is over here, but the higher up you are in the hill, your ball guide's going to lie to you because your ball guide's going to dig into the course, and so you may end up really short, or you may end up going long. So you'll have to practice that a few times with your clubs to see like what you like. But I'm always a big fan of getting the closer the better. That way if we make an error, we're making an error on the bottom part of the hill down here. So we've got that hill once again. And here's the green. We're making it closer to the bottom. So we have less chance for error. And if we make an error, we're still making an error and ending up on the green, as opposed to starting off way back here and putting more stuff into play. You may have a better shot at hole in one here because whatever this elevation is, the green is about the same elevation. So your numbers for your club, depending on the shot that you decide that you like, everybody's going to pick a shot that they like on this, and then what you want to do is just work on those numbers. So if your shot's back here, you may find that the elevation's not as big a factor, because you're bouncing over the top of this hill, and you're not putting the hill into play. Whereas if you put the hill into play, you're going to have elevation stuff, whether you're on this side of the hill, the tee box side of the hill, or whether you're on the pin side of the hill. So if you're on this side of the hill over here where you're going down, it's going to be different. So you're going to have to figure out what you like based on your clubs, and then you're going to have to take that and practice that shot. Find a spot where you can wedge your white ring up on a thing, or some spot where you can consistently get there. My spot's going to be to start I want my bounce coming in. I want my first bounce to be on the fringe because I'm going to use a high backspin club. And I didn't look at really the red lines. I was just trying to see whether or not I could achieve that shot with it, and I did a full wind adjustment. So I haven't looked at red lines or where I'm at, whether I'm at mid, minimum, or maximum club. I haven't looked at any of that stuff. If you don't have, maybe you have a Guardian, you may be able to bring a lower power ball, like a 0 power ball, and it may get you in your red line where your Guardians are. I don't know where the red lines are. So that's if I don't get this hole very much between now and then, definitely on Monday's practice round, checking out red line stuff, it'll be a big deal. All right, let's watch the hole and see what happens. It might be possible to do that with an extra mile. I have to go back and watch the video and see what the angles were, but it definitely wasn't. Try my Saturn with all my backspin, see how close I can get. It's about a ring. It's 1.9 per ring. Gotta remember which count I'm playing. Hit it great to the right, it'll go great to the right. I'll definitely be playing a Saturn if you got a Saturn in your bag. If you got a higher level Saturn, I would definitely play it. See what our opponent does. Got a hop, skip. Pretty close. All right, that was Koh Hung Resort. Hole 4, par 3. All right. Thanks for watching.